Thank y'all for once again tuning in to Finally Wayne. This is Uncover Topics Part 3, featuring my co-host, Creative Queen, Rob, and our special guest, Ashley, life coach, and Arthur. She's right there joining us by Zoom. Okay, so I believe we're just going to start the questions first, and then we'll give Ashley her chance to introduce her book and ask her questions. All right, so we're going to start with number 1. On a scale from 1 to 10, how much do you still believe in love? And when I say love, I mean, how much do you believe in a successful relationship concerning you? Because you know it's crazy out here. So I can give you my number first or whatever, but.
If you asked me 2 years ago, I would have said 1. I don't believe in it at all. But I'm at 10. I'm ready.
Oh, all right. Okay. Ashley said 10. She said if you asked her a year ago, she would have said 1. Who other than that?
I'm at a place where I feel like I'm ready. I'm open to love.
I would have said that.
He might not be in Oakland, but he's out there somewhere.
I would say a 10 as well.
You would say 10? Oh yeah, you did say 10 for me. Okay, so Twin say 10. What would you say, Tiz? How much do you still believe in a successful love life?
Yeah, love is 10.
10. All right. I said 7. I feel that I'm ready, but with the way that people, mentality is set up, most people mentality is set up, I just don't see it. But I still got hope. So I say 7. I say 7 for myself. All right. Number 2. How do you identify that someone values you? How do you identify that someone values you?
When I feel safe around them, when I feel like I can be myself around them, I know that they value me with their actions and how they show it.
Right. Because actions always speak louder. You know that. How about you, Twin Safard? How do you identify someone values you?
It all depends.
It all depends.
Situation.
It all depends. I would say sort of something like what Ashley said, but like they make time for you, they clap when you win, and even when you don't win, they still clap and they still cheering you on. So I would say, in that manner, that's how you identify that they actually value you. And they make time, what y'all doing right now. Y'all supporting this vision, like you, like right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a sneaky link versus relationship.
Oh gosh.
Why? Oh God. Is sex really better in a relationship versus a sneaky link?
What the fuck?
Because some people, you know what I'm saying? Me, I said no because sex and intimacy is best together. Like you can't be intimate with a prostitute. Like that just can't happen. So that's why I would say sneaky link. Blue, relationship, sex, best. When y'all both in love.
Bro, what?
Right. Because she said you just answered the question. Right. I guess it seemed like y'all all agreed with that one with me, so we're gonna move on.
That was a good question. Yeah, we can see y'all.
Right. Oh, this one is good. All right, so number 4. It's simple. Who is most likely to come out the closet first, male or female? Who is most likely to come out the closet first? Since you already know.
Easier for women.
Women, see,
Yeah, I think it's easier.
Women. Men, they have this ego, so it's hard for them to break that ego wall. So yeah.
And society.
Yeah, society as well. There you go, Kaz. Right. Yeah. So I said that. I already know Sis said females. I already know she said females.
I'm trying to figure out why Robert fucking up these nuts.
Robert tearing these boiled peanuts up. This is favorite snack. Is boiled peanuts.
That's
my Lord.
Hungry.
Number 5 is actually a review question from Uncover Topics Part 2. Shout out to my cousin Rachel. She slammed it. This question. All right. I asked, can we as parents create a narcissist? Okay, and she responded in the live chat, if we could create a racist, then we definitely could create a narcissist, which does make a lot of sense, And why I asked the question, because I said basically we can like not teaching them to be, you know, that other people's feelings matter, teaching the child to be like self-centered. You can create one, you know what I'm saying? So it did make a lot of sense. I know y'all answered that. That was just a review to shout out reaching. All right, so we're gonna move on to number 6. Oh, craziest fetish you ever heard of? Craziest fetish.
The craziest fetish.
Y'all better leave the feet fetish alone.
Robert.
Oh, Robert, these boiled peanuts. Look.
Past, like, the like peeing and pooping on the person.
Yes,
Like,
that was
I
mine.
can't.
I was like, wait, we play.
You should
Like,
rub shit on yourself. Turned on by it.
golden showers, sis said. Golden, yeah. What's the craziest fetish you ever heard of? Craziest fetish.
Whip me harder.
Oh, whip me harder. Oh God. Oh my
Some people like to be
Lord.
whipped.
Yeah, some people.
No
Hey.
paddles and whips. I'm good.
No,
Yeah.
I'm good. And keep your shit to yourself. Cause keep your shit to yourself. Yeah, like I'm good. Number 7, a specific mistake you made. What did you learn? A specific mistake you made. What did you learn?
Well, me is dating a narcissist.
I'll be like, that's a narc.
No knots around here. No knots around here.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I know, it's a part of life. Yeah, right. If we never made mistakes, then how can we learn, you know, what not to do next time?
I think in the past, like, allowing other people to define my worth for me, as opposed to me defining it for
I see,
myself.
okay.
I learned, like, no, my love is the only one that matters first. I gotta love me first.
Right. And I think that's the problem that a lot of people have. This is something that we all need to master. You gotta love yourself genuinely first. Don't look for love in somebody else and you know you haven't mastered loving. You know what I'm saying? Yourself. Right. That make a lot of sense. Twin, specific mistake you made. What did you learn?
Dating my ex.
He said, redating your ex. Because that could sometimes be a mistake. You took the trash out when you went to dig back in it. A specific mistake. Oh, yeah. Sis said the narcissist.
And I
Yeah.
learned that how manipulative they can be and controlling, and they believe their own lies.
Yes.
And it's just like
Yeah.
things that I don't want to experience again.
Right.
I said dating a narcissist.
Okay.
Dating a narcissist, yeah. Because a lot of times we know it's a narcissist and we still, like, we identify as a narcissist, but because we're lonely, we let that get in the way and then we
Unless it gets
stick our foot back in shit.
Yeah,
Basically,
because they have you thinking that you're wrong when you know that they're the ones that.
Exactly. She said they have you thinking that you're wrong when they're the ones that, in all reality, that's really wrong. Like,
That's
that's,
the question.
yeah.
Like, wait, am I really crazy?
Yeah,
No, you
have you start
wanna
questioning
think.
yourself, basically. Yeah, like you be like, is it me? No, it ain't you. It ain't you.
It's you.
But y'all stay tuned because she about to introduce this book, Girl, Let That Shit Go. Let that shit go. We're gonna move on to number 8. It's a family matters question. It's kind of funny, but it's just real in all families. In your family, are y'all known to apologize or just one day start back talking again? I know.
Apologize.
Right, because in my family, a lot of times it don't happen. Now we doing better with my first cousins. Like you know what I'm saying? But it's like,
Who
yeah.
it is.
True.
Depends on
True.
who it is.
Depends who it is.
Depends on who it is, yeah. Because what about you, Ashley? Well, Ashley and Creative Queen in the same family. That's Creative Queen's biological sister.
Coming up, there was no apologizing. I feel like now that we're older, it's more like, okay, let's talk about it.
Right. Yeah, like my cousin. That's what I was saying. Like Tiffany, Stephanie, we talk our problems out now and get to the bottom of it.
Let's question her about her book.
Oh, we gonna get? I got that on mine.
All right, so that ends it for me. Actually. Oh, hold on, one more, y'all. One more. This is, I forgot about this one. One more. A topic discussed worldwide that you don't care to discuss anymore.
Krishan and Blueface.
Oh my
Oh.
God.
Kezzy said you took it out of her head. The camera woman. Well, mine is Will and Jada, Kanye West, COVID-19, vaccinations. I don't care to hear nothing about COVID.
50-50.
I told y'all that on my Q&A with Kezzy. I'm tired of hearing COVID. And Kanye West, I don't give a shit what he thinks. Or whatever. Will and Jada, I don't care about that because that's all narcissistic bullshit. Like none of it, you know. But now we're gonna get to twin.
Yeah.
A topic discussed worldwide that you don't care to discuss anymore.
What are stereotypes mean to you?
What does stereotyping mean to you? Stereotyping.
Stereotyping is when you have like, let me give you an example. Like all black people eat chicken. It's just like a common misconception that people have about a specific group.
Right. Because I heard that
Not
before too, and all
necessarily
black people don't eat chicken. I heard that before too. That's crazy. But I did hear that before. All right, we're gonna go to of course she gonna put all of Ashley's information on the stream. So I want y'all to support her. She just wrote her new book called Girl Let That Shit Go. So I'm gonna ask you this question, Ashley. What inspired you to write that book? Like, what inspired you to write that book, Girl Let That Shit Go? Let's hear it.
It's funny. I started writing this book after I got ghosted. I got ghosted, and I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. So I just started writing about like my experiences, and as I got further along, like with the writing, I was like, you know what? Like, I bet that there's other women who have like gone through like toxic situations and like made it on the other side. So I just put something up on Instagram. I was like, for all the ladies, I'm working on a project. Like, let me ask you this question: have you ever experienced a toxic relationship? Yes or no? Of course, a lot of them said yes. And then like my next slide, I said, would you be willing to share your story? And so for the women that were willing to share their story, I reached out to them individually, made sure that they were 100% anonymous. And so this book is not just about me. It's like their stories in there as well. Every other chapter is my story and her story. And I feel like it's gonna like help some people to like heal. And like, it's not just about like, so I don't want anybody to feel like they're a victim. You're not a victim. You experienced it, and then you get to take accountability for the role you played, and like, let that shit go. Let the hurt go, so you can have like the love that you really deserve.
Right. Let it right. So all of her information again is gonna be on the stream. Her Facebook information. Y'all support her, cause Lord knows it's a lot of shit that needs to be let go of. It's a whole lot. I can't wait to read it because I remember you did a live stream on Facebook. The chapter you was reading was so intense. Me and Sis was acting up. Sis was like, let it go. I forgot what you were saying, but it was. I can't wait to read it actually. And Kezzy,
I would love to. Maybe later on in our interview, I would love to read a selection.
That's what I was gonna ask you. I was gonna ask you just to give them a idea. You know what I'm saying? What they're getting themselves into, So if you would like to read a few chapters of it.
Another question.
Oh, Sis has a question for you.
How long did it take you to write your book?
How long did it take me? Okay, it took me. Okay, so I finished writing it in 2019. It took me a year to write it. I published it actually January 2022. So it took me like 2 years, I would say, like overall, like as far as like the writing and the editing and the publishing, because I published it myself. So,
Nice. Okay. Oh, wow. Y'all hear that? It was published by her.
I can either hire a publisher if I don't got no publisher money. So let me like see, self-publishing mine. So yeah.
What do you hope readers will take away from the book?
All right. So this book, like in my opinion, is for like, it could be for all ages, but like I speak to like women, like young ladies who could maybe in high school. There's something for everybody. Like there's some women who are in their 50s who I'm friends with who say like, oh, I wish I had something like this. So I want women to know that they can have a healthy, wholesome love that doesn't involve suffering. You don't have to beg for it. You don't have to perform for it. You don't have to fight for it. Yeah, being in a relationship takes work, but like you are worthy of love simply because you are.
Right.
So that's like my biggest takeaway that I hope that women can walk away with, and knowing that like you don't gotta put up with that shit.
Right.
Let it go.
Let it go.
And take your power back and like own that you're a badass.
Right. I love when y'all go on her Facebook, She Is Magic Coaching, when she be like, hey, beautiful bad. I'll wait for that. I just love it. Yes. You got any more questions for us?
Are you working on any new projects? Right now that we can look forward to in the future?
Right.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yes.
So my intention is definitely to like do a book tour. So if you have like a women's group or a book club, I would love to travel to your city and like facilitate a reading, a workshop. I am currently working on my next book. It'll be a book of like poetry and just things that like I'm going through. But yeah, my main focus is making sure that I'm getting the book out in more hands and
Right.
bookstore. So I wanted to be in all the stores. I want to go in major cities and all that.
And
so
we want to see it blow up like that too.
in Miami, LA, New York. Hit me up.
Right. We want to see it blow up like that too. Sis, you got
Do you have any advice for any aspiring authors out there?
That's a great question.
I would say there's a story inside of you and nobody can tell it like you. And the world is waiting to hear your story, so don't let fear get in the way. Just write. Just write the book. It doesn't have to be perfect. A lot of times we get caught up in like, oh, well, I want it to look this way, I want it to look that way. Like, I done like got rid of chapters, added chapters, like my title was supposed to be Girl Snap Out of It. I changed the book title, just write.
Okay.
Just write. Let whatever is inside of you, whatever that story is, let it bleed on the page. And you're gonna feel so much better. Even if you never publish it. Like just getting it out there, getting it on the paper, it's gonna have so much healing for you. Anyway. There's people out there who selling books on like how to tie your shoes. So like if they can sell that and make money off of it,
right.
And make money off of it.
Damn, how to tie your shoes. Oh wow.
Right.
Where can your readers publish your book from? Where can they buy your book from?
Yeah, where can they buy it?
Where can they buy them?
Perfect question.
Okay, so pretty much anywhere that you buy books, you go to their website. You go to if they're not in your bookstore, you can call your local bookstore and say, hey, can you put an order for this book for me? You can also order online at Amazon, Barnes & Noble. There's another website that I like called IndieBound, and they kind of support like the local bookstores. So those are the main ones. It might actually be cheaper on Amazon right now, so definitely check that out.
And show us your book covers.
Yes.
Everybody can see how the book looks.
Show us the book cover. You see, I love the cover. Girl, let that shit go.
Hold on.
It was a little blur. There. Hold on. Shit.
There you go.
See, right there. Girl, let that shit go. By Ashley Burney. I support her. I'm proud of you. I mean, I watched her grow up from a little girl. Me and Nita became friends, and I watched her and Trina grow up. Shout out to Trina, too, as well. I watched them grow up as little girls. Like, it's like amazing. When I see them now, I'm like, oh my God, wow. Like, yes, but I'm very proud of you, and y'all support her. Yeah. All right. You got any more questions, sis? You got some good ones. You good?
I'm all set.
All right. So sis done with her questions. Robert, you got any questions for Ashley? Oh, hold up. How is Oakland? How is Cali out there?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like when I first said that I was moving to California, and I was thinking of Oakland. A lot of people was like, You're gonna move from one hood to a bigger hood.
Right.
I grew up in New Haven. I can adapt to any environment.
Shit, we trying to do uncover topics from Oakland, California. That's what we trying to do. Like, shoot, oh man.
Yeah, I like it. I feel safe. You know, the people are cool. It's a lot of history here because this is where like the Black Panthers were born, basically.
Right. Okay.
So it's a lot of history.
I can't wait to come.
I do.
And the sun shining right here.
How was Cali life?
How's Cali life?
How did you adjust to it? Probably is what he said. Like, how did you adjust because that is a big jump from Connecticut to Cali. That's like a big, you know. How did you adjust to the Cali?
I mean, when I first moved out here, it wasn't easy. Like I stayed with my friend for 2 months, like when I first moved out here. And that's because it took me like so long to get started with like my new job. They were taking forever, like the fingerprinting and all of that stuff. But it was different for me because when I moved, everything was shut down. Like COVID was in full swing.
That's right.
So
You moved. That's right. You moved during the pandemic shutdown.
I didn't know people. I didn't know like where to go as far as like where to eat or whatever. I'm still learning that stuff. Now I have a community, so it's definitely a lot easier as far as my adjustment. I love it out here. You can find a dispensary everywhere you go.
Dispensary, hell yeah!
Oh wow!
She said dispensary wherever you go.
But like one of my favorite things to do. I haven't done it in a while, actually, but one of my favorite things to do is just take like impromptu trips to Napa, because that's like wine country. So I'll just like,
I love wine.
It's maybe like an hour drive, hour away. So I would just like, you know what, I feel like going to Napa today. And like go and hit about a winery or something. Yeah.
Okay. What's your next question, 24 hours?
I'm starting to learn like my spots. Like I have a cafe that I love to go to. I love like there's a place that I would go to skate. That's become more of like my like happy place where I can just go and sit by the water, just think.
Right. I can't wait to have that experience, just to be somewhere else. Like brand new, like I can't wait to have. I'm telling you, seriously, I can't wait to have that feeling.
Moving across the country taught me a lot about myself and like what I could handle in my capacity. Because you know, before that, I was living at home. I was living with my mother, and like this is my first time like living on my own, and I had to move across the country.
Oh wow,
so
that's amazing information.
Jumped right into independence.
Wow, right? Yeah, it's like you had no choice. You were just like, you know,
right. Some people move out and get an apartment in their hometown. I was like, okay, let me go across the country.
Right, because that's a big jump from CT to Cali. Wow. Woo! Go ahead, Twin. You got.
It's because of the proximity. That's why it's like.
We all with the proximity. Yeah, that's
yeah. Have you been to any fancy restaurants in Cali?
Have you been to any fancy restaurants in Cali? She just mentioned a cafe that she actually likes.
Any fancy restaurants? I have. Would you consider that fancy? I don't think so. But when I do, I'll tell you all about it.
Oh, okay. She said what she do. She'll tell you all about it. Go somewhere, yeah. Right. See, I like stuff like that. Some people just not into that. I like to just get, you know what I'm saying, and just go somewhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. I've been taking myself on dates, so that's definitely something I need to do. Like, get real fancy and go somewhere.
Right.
No
boyfriend yet, bro.
He said, no boyfriend yet?
There was one, he was promising, but...
Don't they all seem promising though? They all seem promising until, you know.
I was like, I really thought this man was gonna be my husband. I ain't even gonna lie.
Oh.
And then he started to reveal some things, and I was like, oh, okay. You know.
Oh God.
Well, I hope you get the healing that you need, and I wish you the best.
Right.
I had like grace release him.
You just gave me catfish vibes just now.
Oh man.
God. Woo. Yeah, you know that's me and Sis' favorite show. We Catfish. I'm gonna watch it tonight. Right after this, I'm gonna be glued to the TV watching Catfish.
Nah.
I'm like, okay, so.
He's just not my guy. I said he's a good guy. He's just not my guy.
Yeah, he's just not your guy.
It's okay.
And you recognize that, and it's okay. It's fine.
It's okay.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like fine with it, like, you know.
Made any friends in California?
That was gonna be one of my questions. That's good. Have you met any new friends in California?
Yes, I can definitely say I have a tribe out here.
Oh my
They show
God.
up for me. They support me. I can call in like anytime. And
Oh, that's what's
so
up.
I'm
They're
blessed.
more laid back than Connecticut.
That's
grateful.
what's up. That's
Yeah.
what's up. That's what's up.
Have you ever seen Hollywood before? Did you go visit?
Did you go towards Hollywood since you've been out?
Oh yeah. Yes. My first year I took a road trip. So LA is on the other side of Cali. Cali is like a whole country on the other side. So it was a 5-hour drive. So me and one of my friends, we did a road trip down to LA, and we saw like the Hollywood sign and the Hollywood Walk of Fame and stuff like that. So it was nice. Eventually my goal is to move closer to LA though, because I love the vibe.
I have a cousin that lives there, and that's what he told me. He said, if you come here, he said, I would love for you to come, cuz, but if you come, you ain't gonna want to go back to Connecticut.
Beautiful.
He said, I'm not gonna want to come back to Connecticut. And I know I'm not. I'm not. Ooh, it just froze. Yeah, right. I know I'm not gonna want to come back to Connecticut if I go there. My cousin told me plain and simple, you ain't gonna want to go back there. I'm telling you now. I was like, yep, I ain't.
Where did she go when she reached California?
Where did you go first when you reached California?
When I went to the Golden Gate Park.
Golden
It
Gate
reminds
Park.
me, it kind of reminds me of Central Park a little bit, but it's big. It's huge. And they have this part where like it was just like so many like flowers and everything. So I just went. I was like, let me just go and explore. So that was like one of the first places that I went.
Oh,
when I moved out
okay.
here.
All right, Golden Gate Park. It sounds nice. Like,
That's
wow.
nice.
And any more for you, twin?
Well, she already spent the Cali life.
Yeah.
Has she met any superstars in California?
Have you seen any famous people out there in Cali yet?
I saw a Prison Bay.
I don't even know who that is. Kat, my daughter does. Of course she does.
If you search Prison Bay, he's like really cute, light skin, nice eyes. I saw him when I was hiking. First of all, I don't like hiking, but my friend, she tricked me. She said, "We're gonna go on. I know you don't like to hike. We're gonna go on a low level hike."
we hiked all in high school. That's all we did was hike in high school.
So coming down, I was like, "I would like Prison Bay."
And I was fatter then, so I'm like, all this hiking, I ain't got time for this hiking. I'm too fat for this shit. I was like fatter. I was like thicker like then, you know. Me and Yvonne, all of us, we like this, breathing all heavy. Oh my God. I would like to do it now though.
But eventually out of breath, so I can't.
Yeah, like you got time. You got any more?
I guess he famous.
Yeah, because I want Ashley to read a couple chapters from her book.
Yeah.
Just to give, them insight and us insight too, So yeah, if you could read a couple chapters.
I can't give it all away.
Yeah, you can't give it all away. Yeah, just a little taste.
Give her a
Because
little
we want them to
sense of
support you.
imagination.
We want them to support you. So we, don't give it all. Just a little taste.
Down bad. Down bad. A low point in your life when all the morals and logic you usually have goes right out the window. Woo's child, I met this man on a dating app. We had spoken a few times, and when the time was right, we decided to meet. I had gotten brunch drunk earlier in the day, and I was feeling adventurous, so I said, I'll go meet this guy. We went for ice cream and then went on a low-level hike. On our walk down the mountain, the clouds had suddenly turned gray. The sky was this deep blue-black color. The thunder rumbled low in the distance, and what started as a low drizzle turned into a full-out downpour. We kept on walking, allowing the rain to beat down on our skin and soak our clothes, all the while laughing because hot summer day. Was rain even in the forecast? By the time we made it back to our cars, we were drenched in sweat and water. He gave me a hand towel, and we sat in his car and talked for another half hour until the rain stopped. He didn't even care about messing up the seats in his car, and that carefree energy piqued my interest. The first time I went to his house, I looked past all of the mess. When we entered, it was dark. We went up to the attic, and we hung out in this messy room. There were boxes and clothes everywhere, no sheets on the bed. Man, listen, that room was a full-out shit one. I wasn't ready to go home, so I stayed over. We had sex, and I left around 6 a.m. Come to think of it, I had a few drinks before I came over that night, as it was the 4th of July, and I had just finished hanging out with my cousins. Needless to say, he was a rebound for me. I had been emotionally attached to another man I was trying to let go of and was feeling the aftermath, and he recently had gotten out of a relationship. We filled a gap for each other. As we grew closer, I learned that we were never really alone. This apartment was heavily infested with roaches. Yes, roaches.
Oh, God.
There was a host of them greeting us on the steps as we entered the apartment. There would be roaches trying and sometimes succeeding to shower with us. This is so embarrassing. Oh, my God. Never saw any in the bed, thankfully, but they were all over the place. He pretended not to see them, and I was too afraid to speak up and address it for fear of hurting his feelings. As if we were not literally in Joe's apartment.
Joe's apartment, I remember that, with all the roaches.
With the only thing missing being the flying ones. I was down bad, B. I looked past all of the extra critters because he had gone through some mess. I looked past all of it because the sex was great. I looked past it all because I felt like he was in a space of really starting to let his guard down. His feelings of unworthiness fueled my feelings of unworthiness. Then he ghosted my ass. This the roach-infested apartment ghosted me.
Ooh.
He was a well-dressed, seemingly put-together bag. Him ghosting me was the biggest honor because I settled so hard with him.
Look for this.
I knew he was still harboring depressed feelings over his ex. I knew he felt like he didn't deserve to be with a woman like as good as me because he said it often. I for damn sure knew that I deserved better than roaches. A person can have such pretty packaging, but it was eventually it would begin to reek everywhere. He had a host of insecurities and he wore them like a badge of honor. It rubbed off on me. Being ghosted is horrible, but what's even worse is making someone else's insecurities, inconsistencies, and shortcomings mean something about you.
Right.
And before you go
Amen.
judging me for being down bad, understand that some of you reading this book are down bad too. It just looks a different way. That's all right though, sis. We're gonna get it together. By the end of this book, you will step fully into your healing, owning every damn bit of your magic, and never having to worry about being in that deep hole ever again. And if you do get there, you'll be more prepared with the tools to get out faster. Heartache hurts like hell, and being ghosted is about one of the worst things to experience. However, what's even worse is allowing to take you out. After that experience, I vowed to never let one person's shit become my own. I vowed to not carry that energy into my next relationship. I vowed to truly heal and see myself. As a result, now we are here embarking on this journey together, snapping out of the bullshit and shit go. So if there's nothing else you've learned from me, hear this. Let that shit go.
Go. Yeah. It's so amazing. I can't wait to read the whole book. And y'all support her, okay? For real. So anybody else got anything they want to add on to throw in on set?
Where can we buy it at?
Where can you purchase the book at? Let them know where you can purchase.
You can purchase Go Let That Shit Go. You can purchase it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or you can call your local bookstore and ask them to order it for you.
Okay.
As well.
So y'all know. All right.
How's the club scene?
Have you been to the club scene yet?
I'm not really a club person anymore.
Oh,
I like
see, it
lounges.
changes.
Oh,
It changes. Well, that's how it happened with us. We used to be club, but when we got older, it kind of faded. It faded, like, you know, we don't really go out to the clubs no more. We have our drinks at
I like
home.
lounges, though.
Yeah, we have our drinks at
I
home.
will say though, like, not only am I an author, but I'm also a coach.
She's a
I
life
work
coach as well.
primarily- Yeah, I work primarily with women who are looking to get out of their own way and step into the fullness of who they are. So, like, owning all parts of who they are, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifferent. I'm doing so boldly and unapologetically. So you can go to my website, sheismagiccoaching.com. I do offer a free complimentary coaching session just so that they can see like what it's like to work with me, or see if they have you know, anything that they need to let go.
Yeah, right.
And support with that.
Right. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, so make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and also share this video. All right, and I just want to thank y'all for, you know, Ashley for joining, taking her time out, my co-host, Creative Queen, and Robert. Yes, I really, we're gonna have part 2 with you, of course, because I want to hear, you know, how the book is, you know, developing, how you doing with your sales and stuff like that. Like, yeah.
Yes.
So
Let's
definitely,
do it.
yes. All right.
All right. So
Bye, folks.
I'll be your everything. You'll be the man.